welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Or, I might show up at your door. I'm just here to share some creepy stories, so sit back and enjoy. Disclaimer: the content presented in the video is purely for entertainment purposes only. The theories and stories discussed in this video are speculative and are not supported by any evidence or proof. Viewer discretion is advised. I don't notice the silence at first. The office is always dead at this hour. Just the hum of computers, the occasional flickering light. I lean back in my chair, scrolling through my phone, half watching the lobby security feed on the monitors. Another boring shift. Same empty hallways, same locked doors. Outside, the city glows against the rain-slick pavement. Streetlights stretch long shadows over parked cars, and neon signs flicker in blues and reds. It's quiet, but that's normal. Past midnight, the financial district might as well be a graveyard. The radio crackles. A late-night talk show, something about conspiracy theories, aliens, government experiments, the usual. Then the broadcast cuts out. Static. Just for a second. Then a voice. "This is an emergency alert." I frown and turn up the volume. Emergency alert. Silence saves you. The voice is flat, mechanical, too calm. Remain indoors. Do not make noise. Avoid speaking. Turn off unnecessary devices. The message repeats. I wait for an explanation, some mention of a storm, an ongoing attack, anything. But there's nothing. Just those same words over and over. My stomach tightens. I glance at the security monitors again. The streets below look different, not just quiet. Empty. I grab my phone and check the news. No reports of anything unusual. A few local alerts, power fluctuations, sudden service outages. But no reason why an emergency alert would tell people to stay silent. I pull up Twitter. That's where the real news breaks first. The hashtags are already trending. Hashtag silence saves you, hashtag stay quiet, hashtag WTF is happening. The tweets are chaotic. WTF was that alert? The city feels off. No cars, no people. Just silent. My neighbor screamed at the TV and now he's gone. No joke. Just gone. I scoff at that last one, but something about it unsettles me. I scroll further. More of the same. People reacting to the alert, confused, some joking, some terrified. Then I see a video. The thumbnail shows a traffic cam feed. A man stands on the sidewalk, talking on his phone. It's muted, but the caption's read. "Dude, this is insane. I just got the weirdest." He vanishes. No sound, no flash, no struggle. Just gone. His phone clatters to the ground. The street remains still. I replay it. Frame by frame, he's there. Then he isn't. I sit back in my chair, heart pounding. Another tweet. "Do not make noise. If you hear something that wasn't there before, ignore it." I reach for my radio to call the other guards, but hesitate. The alert said not to speak. Still, this could be some kind of glitch, some kind of prank, right? I turn to the monitors again. One of the cameras flickers, the one near the stairwell. For a second, I swear I see movement. A shadow at the edge of the frame, but no one's supposed to be here. The office floors are locked after 10. It's just me and the two other night guards on rotation. But neither of them have checked in. I check my phone. My texts to them still say delivered. No responses. A new notification pops up. Another emergency alert. Do not attempt to call for help. Do not engage with unidentified sounds. I shiver. Something's wrong. I lock my phone and stand. The silence presses in heavier now. Almost unnatural. I step away from my desk, out into the dimly lit hallway. The floor-to-ceiling windows overlook the city. The roads below shouldn't be this empty. Where are the taxis? The stragglers leaving bars? The usual homeless guy who sleeps near the bus stop? I strain to hear anything beyond the quiet hum of the building. But there's nothing. No sirens. No wind. No life. The stairwell door creaks. I freeze. The sound echoes too long, like something is mimicking it. Slowly, I turn my head. The door is ajar. Just slightly, I take a step closer, heart hammering. I don't know why. I should stay at my desk. I should follow the alert, but I need to see. I push the door open. Cold air rushes up from the stairwell. The light flickers. The space beyond is nothing but darkness stretching downward. And then a whisper, faint, just below me, not words, just the sound of breathing. I step back. My own breath shudders out, too loud in the silence. Something moves in the dark below. A single step, slow, deliberate. My pulse races. The emergency alert repeats on my phone. Remain silent. Do not respond to unknown noises. Do not investigate. I don't move. The stairwell remains still. I take another step back, reaching for the door handle. My fingers tighten around it. I start to close the door. Then a voice, my voice, echoing up from the darkness below. Hello, it's delayed, slightly distorted, like it had been waiting for me to speak first. I slam the door shut. The entire building seems to hold its breath. I lock the stairwell door, turn off my radio, switch my phone to silent. The emergency alert still glows on my screen. Its words burned into my brain. Silence saves you. I press my back against the wall, staring at the door. And then, from the other side, a soft, quiet knock. The knock lingers in my mind long after it stops. Light, careful, as if whatever's on the other side isn't knocking to be let in, just making sure I'm here. I don't move. I barely breathe. The silence feels thick now, pressing in from every angle. My own heartbeat is too loud. I can hear the blood rushing in my ears, the faint wheeze of my breath. The tick of my watch feels like a hammer striking metal. I step back from the door. Slowly, carefully, my phone vibrates in my pocket. I nearly jump out of my skin. Another emergency alert. I pull it out with shaking hands and glance at the screen. Emergency alert. Silence saves you. Remain indoors. Mute all devices. Do not respond to sounds that are not your own. I turn my phone to silent. The last thing I need is another notification giving me away. I glance back at the stairwell door. Still shut, still locked, but somehow it feels like it's watching me. The security office suddenly feels too open. The glass walls let me see everything, but that means anything outside can see me. I kill the lights, let the monitors glow in the dark, their green-tinted images flickering across empty hallways and abandoned offices. I check camera 4, the one outside the stairwell. For a second, I think it's glitched. The feed is warped. The hallway beyond stretches, like a reflection rippling in water. The door to the stairwell is normal, but just past it, something is wrong. The shadows stretch too far. The ceiling looks higher. The hallway is longer than it should be. A shape stands at the very edge of the screen, just out of focus, still, waiting. I switch to another camera. My fingers are ice cold. The streets outside are too empty. I don't just mean quiet. I mean abandoned. The traffic lights cycle for cars that aren't there. The neon signs flicker over deserted sidewalks. Even the homeless man who usually sleeps by the bus stop is gone. I switch to a traffic cam. The image is grainy, but I see a lone car in the distance, still running, its door wide open. Headlights beam onto an empty crosswalk. The timestamp on the footage reads, 3:07 a.m. The driver had to have been there moments ago. The only things left in the frame, his cell phone, still glowing on the pavement, and a single shoe lying next to the curb. I swallow hard. On a hunch, I check the feeds from earlier in the night. I rewind. 3:06 a.m. The driver is there, sitting in the car, talking to someone on the phone. His lips move. I can't hear what he's saying. 3:07 a.m. Gone. One frame, he exists. The next, he doesn't. I scrub through the footage again. No movement.
No struggle.
No sign of where he went. It's like he was erased. I check Twitter again. The panic is spreading. People are disappearing. Stay quiet. My roommate was talking in his sleep. Now he's just gone. Why is the government so quiet about this? I refresh the page. A new post pops up. Shaky footage from someone's apartment window. The view shows a parking lot, dimly lit. A single figure standing in the center. The figure isn't moving. At first, I think it's just a person standing still. Maybe someone who heard the alert and doesn't know what to do. But then I notice the shape is off. Its arms are too long. Its head is slightly tilted, unnaturally so, and it's standing in the exact same position in every frame of the video. The person filming whispers, "What the fuck is that?" The second they speak, the figure's head snaps toward them. The video cuts off. I put my phone down, my hands shaking. Outside, the city remains dead silent. The radio crackles. I freeze. I turned it off. I was sure I turned it off. A low hum leaks through the speaker. Not static. Something else, like a breath. The same kind of breath I heard in the stairwell. A shiver crawls down my spine. I reach for the dial. Careful. Slow. A voice spills through. Flat. Garbled. Emergency. Alert. My stomach twists. The radio shouldn't be on. Remain. Silent. I grip the radio and yank the battery out. The voice keeps talking. Avoid speaking. The screen isn't even on anymore. Mute all devices. I throw the radio across the room. It hits the wall and dies. The silence is worse now. I try to slow my breathing. Try not to think about the fact that the radio spoke without power. Try not to think about what that means. The stairwell door creaks. I whip around. I locked it, didn't I? My mouth is dry. My whole body is stiff with fear. I take a slow step forward. Then another. The door is still shut. I reach out, press my palm against it. The metal is warm. And then, through the silence, I hear something. A single sound. A soft, distant breath, mimicking mine. I don't move. The breath is too close. Not right against the door, but inside the stairwell just beyond it, matching mine. I test it. Inhale slow. Hold it. The sound behind the door follows. My ribs ache as I hold my breath longer. 5 seconds. 10. 15. Silence. Then a slow exhale, but not mine. My skin crawls. I step back from the door. 1 step. Then another. I don't turn my back on it. The air feels wrong now, like I've stepped into a space that doesn't belong to me anymore. I glance at my phone. No new alerts. No texts. The world outside my tiny security room is just as silent. The monitors still glow in the dark, showing empty hallways and dead city streets. I check camera 4 again, the one by the stairwell. For a second, the feed flickers. Then the hallway looks normal. No stretching walls. No flickering shadows. The stairwell door is shut. I let out a slow breath. Maybe my brain is messing with me. Maybe the screen glitches. A single frame of footage jumps in, replacing the normal hallway. A face pressed against the camera. White, empty eyes. Skin too smooth, too stretched. A mouth slightly open, as if mid-breath. Not human, not mine. The image vanishes. I shove away from the desk. My breathing too fast, too loud. I force myself still. The alert keeps repeating in my head. Silence saves you. The stairwell door clicks. I snap my head toward it. The handle turns. Just slightly. I back away. Slowly. I reach for my phone, hands shaking. I have to call someone. Police. Emergency services. Someone. But the moment I unlock the screen, call is already coming in. No caller ID. My stomach drops. I don't answer. I don't move. The call rings 3 times, then stops. A voicemail notification appears instantly. I stare at it. My finger hovers over the play button. I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't, but I do. A breath, that's all it is. A long, slow inhale. A pause. Then an exhale, matching mine. Then, at the very end, in a voice that isn't quite right, isn't quite mine. Hello. I turn my phone off. Shove it deep into my pocket. The stairwell door stays closed. But I know something is still there. I can't stay here. I need to find the other guards. They should be on patrol. They should have checked in. But I haven't heard a single thing from them since the first alert. I grab my flashlight and step into the hallway. The building is too quiet. Normally, even at night, there's noise. The AC hums. The pipes groan. The exit signs buzz faintly. Now, nothing. I reach the security checkpoint by the main entrance. The booth is empty. I tap the radio left on the desk. Dead static. The emergency channel should still be broadcasting, but there's nothing. The last sign of anyone being here is an unfinished cup of coffee. Still warm, I scan the floor. No signs of struggle. No blood. No dropped weapons. Just absence. The guard's clipboard is still here. I pick it up. Flip through the log. The last entry, 1:53 a.m. Heard noise in stairwell. Checking it out. The hair on my arms rises. I need to leave. I turn toward the exit doors and stop. The glass reflects my silhouette. My dark uniform. The pale glow of the emergency exit sign above me. And behind me, a second reflection. Standing too close. His head tilts. Just slightly. A wrong echo. I don't turn around. I don't move. I know that if I turn around, it will be right there, mimicking me, waiting for me to speak. I force myself still. I let my breath slow, controlled, shallow, and after what feels like forever, the reflection shifts. I see it. The mouth moves. No sound. No words. Just a silent attempt to mimic me, like it's trying to learn. The moment it tilts its head in the opposite direction, I bolt. I don't stop running until I reach the lower level. The basement is colder, darker. The only sound is my ragged breathing. I reach the maintenance room, shove the door open, and lock myself inside. The emergency generators hum faintly. Stacks of supplies line the walls, extra batteries, first aid kits, bottled water. I should be safe here, but I don't feel safe, not even close. I sit against the wall, clutching my flashlight, forcing my breath silent. Then, in the quiet, a new sound, faint, from somewhere outside the room. At first, I think it's footsteps, but it's too irregular, too uneven. A tapping, like fingers drumming against metal. Closer, then a voice, familiar, my own, right outside the door. Hello! I clamp a hand over my mouth. The tapping stops. The air thickens. The voice comes again. I know you're in there. The same tone, the same cadence. But it's not me. I don't move. I don't breathe. Something shifts against the door. A slow, dragging sound. Then, in a whisper, let me in. Let me in. The voice outside the door is mine. But it isn't. The cadence is perfect. The tone. The inflection. Like a recording played back. But there's something hollow behind it. A lack of breath. A delay. Like it's waiting for me to answer before it speaks again. I grip the flashlight so tightly my knuckles ache. I don't respond. The whispering stops. For a long, long time, there's nothing. Then, a new sound. A single, deliberate knock. The door doesn't rattle. The hinges don't creak. Just a soft, careful tap. Like it knows I'm here. Like it's waiting. I bite down on my tongue to keep from making a sound. Silence stretches between us. I feel the weight of it pressing down on me. Suffocating, heavier than the air itself. The emergency alert repeats in my head, looping over and over. Silence saves you. I force myself to stay still, to not react. Then another knock, this time softer, like it's testing me. I clench my jaw, squeezing my eyes shut. Don't answer. Don't move. A slow drag of something against the door. Fingernails? Something sharper? My stomach tightens. I focus on my breathing. Inhale, exhale. Silent. The presence outside the door lingers. Then, a sound that makes my blood freeze. A perfect imitation of my own breathing. It mimics every inhale, every exhale. Perfectly, but it's too deliberate, too controlled. I picture it standing there, pressed against the door, learning me, memorizing me, and then it stops. No footsteps. No retreating noises. Just nothing. The silence stretches. A test. If I move, if I make a sound, it'll know I'm still here, just waiting for me to fail. I count in my head. 1 minute. 2. 5. Still nothing. But I don't trust it. Not yet. I stay in place. Stiff. Waiting. The basement feels different now. Like it isn't mine anymore. Like I've stepped into a space where I don't belong. The emergency generator hums softly in the background, its vibrations pressing against my back. The cold concrete floor numbs my legs. I need to move, but I don't. I wait. 10 minutes. 15. Then finally I shift. Just slightly, just enough to ease the cramp in my leg. And from somewhere in the basement, a soft echo of movement. Not footsteps, something else. A whisper of motion following mine. I am not alone down here. The darkness feels heavier now. I flick on my flashlight. A part of me expects something to be inches away, crouched, waiting, but the beam cuts through the basement's emptiness. Empty shelves, cold concrete walls. The door still shut. Nothing. The space looks normal, but I know better now. I stand up slowly, letting the flashlight guide my path. The air is thick with dust, undisturbed. No footprints, but I heard something. I know I did. I sweep the light across the room again. Slower, more careful. That's when I see it. In the farthest corner. Not something, the absence of something. A patch of darkness deeper than the rest. My stomach turns. It isn't a shadow. The something standing perfectly still. It doesn't move when the flashlight hits it. It doesn't flinch. But I know it's looking at me. Even without eyes, I can feel it. I swallow the urge to speak. It wants me to. I take a slow step backward. The air feels thicker. The shape doesn't move, but I swear it's closer. Another step. It's definitely closer. The flashlight flickers, just for a second. And in that second, it moves. Not a step, not a lurch, just closer, like the space between us shrunk. I tighten my grip on the flashlight. I don't breathe. I don't blink. The beam flickers again, and again it moves. Closer. The flashlight goes out. I don't move. I don't speak. I don't even breathe. The darkness around me changes. The air grows thicker, pressing. I can hear something, not a voice, not breathing, just the sense of something waiting, a pressure in the air, then a single sound, my voice, right against my ear. I know you're still here. I run. I don't think. I run. The basement twists around me, the dark pressing in from every side. The door is too far. Too much space between me and safety. Something moves with me, not behind me, not in front, with me, like a wrong reflection, like an echo that shouldn't exist. I reach the door. I fumble for the handle, yank it open. Something whispers behind me. Not words, just breath. I slam the door shut. Silence. The air settles. The wrongness fades. But I don't feel safe. Not even close. I press my back against the wall, my breath coming in short, sharp bursts. I check my phone. No new messages. No updates. Just the last emergency alert, still open on the screen. Emergency alert. Silence saves you. Do not respond. Do not speak. Do not trust echoes. My fingers tighten around the phone. It's learning, not just voices, not just breathing. It's learning how to be me, how to move when I move, how to whisper in my voice, how long until it doesn't need me at all. The silence doesn't feel empty anymore. It feels occupied, like something is waiting. I don't know how long I stand there, back pressed against the door, staring at my phone screen. The emergency alert still glows at me. Do not trust echoes. I swallow. My throat is dry. My body screams for movement, for action, for escape. But I know now reckless movement will get me killed. I take a slow step forward. My own footsteps echo back at me. But something is wrong with the sound. It's delayed by half a second, like a poorly synced recording. I freeze. The echo stops too. I take another step. Another delayed echo follows. Not mine, not real. It's mimicking me. The hallway stretches ahead, dimly lit by emergency exit signs. The facility should still have power, but most of the overhead lights are dead. It shouldn't be this dark. I check my phone. The time is wrong. The lock screen says 3:21 a.m., but I swear it was just 2:58 a.m. when I checked last. Either I lost time or the time lost me. I don't like either possibility. I move slowly, controlled. No sudden movements, no speaking. The hallway is lined with doors, offices, supply closets, maintenance rooms. All of them closed, except one. About 20 feet ahead, a door stands open, darkness spilling out. The room number is familiar. The break room. I remember checking it earlier. It was empty. I step forward. Another delayed echo, but this time it doesn't stop. The sound continues. A soft footstep, then another. Not mine. Something is pacing inside the break room. I turn off my flashlight. I press my back against the wall, just outside the doorway. Listen. The sound inside the room matches my breathing, but I am not breathing. It's copying when it thinks I should be. A wrong imitation. I tighten my grip on the flashlight. I need to see inside, just a glance. I take out my phone, angle the camera toward the open doorway. I don't turn my head. I don't look directly. The screen shows the break room. First, it looks empty, then movement, a figure standing in the corner, facing away from the door, tall, wrongly proportioned, arms too long, fingers resting against the floor. The surface of its skin shifts, like it hasn't decided what texture it should be. It doesn't move, not really, but the longer I stare, the more I realize it is copying my posture. Even though it's facing the wall, its stance matches mine exactly. A reflection. Even when I shift slightly, it shifts. The phone camera glitches. For half a second, the screen shows me standing in the break room. My uniform, my posture. But I am not in the break room. I shut off the screen. The static silence around me feels alive. A wrong presence. A wrong version of me. I don't run. I don't make a sound. I walk, controlled, silent. I make it 10 steps down the hall, then another footstep behind me. Not an echo, real. Something is following. I don't turn around. I don't react. If I do, it will know. Instead, I reach the stairwell. The door is closed. No sounds from the other side. I press my ear against the wood. Silence. I open it slowly. The metal creaks too loud. I step inside, shutting the door behind me. The stairwell is empty, or so it seems. I move cautiously, one step at a time. The emergency exit is 2 floors down. I start descending. The sound of my own footsteps echoes, but the echoes are wrong, delayed. Then a second set of footsteps joins in. First, it matches me, step for step. But the deeper I go, the pattern changes. The extra footsteps speed up, then slow down, like it's learning, like it's testing different rhythms. I don't stop moving, but my body is tense. I reach the final landing. The exit door is right there, a simple push bar. If I move fast, I can make it outside. I take a breath, and then directly above me, a whisper. I know where you are. I shove the door open. The outside air hits me, cold, too quiet. The city should have noise, distant traffic, a breeze, something, but the world feels mute, like a space where sound doesn't belong anymore. I step outside. The door slams shut behind me. My breath is too loud. I grip my phone, check the time. The lock screen says 4:08 a.m. I blink. That's not possible. I've only been in the stairwell for 2 minutes. I tap the screen. It flickers. For a split second, I see my reflection. My own face staring back, then a second face, leaning just behind my shoulder. My own face, mouth open, not speaking, just watching. The screen glitches, the face disappears, but I still feel it there, behind me, waiting. The emergency alert flashes across my phone again. Emergency alert. Silence saves you. Do not speak. Do not respond. It knows where you are. I don't breathe. I don't turn around. But I know it is right behind me. The night is too still. The streets should be alive with the sounds of a city. Cars, distant voices, the hum of streetlights. Instead, there is only silence. A silence so deep it feels like a presence itself, pressing against my skin, invading my lungs. I don't turn around. I won't. I know it's behind me. I can feel it. That wrong reflection, waiting, a copy of me, unfinished, standing just beyond my vision, learning how to take my place. I grip my phone tighter. The emergency alert still burns on the screen. Do not speak. Do not respond. It knows where you are. I take a step forward. My footstep echoes, delayed, warped. I take another step. The echo repeats, but it's closer. I reach the curb. The crosswalk light flickers dimly. The only source of movement in this lifeless city. I step onto the street. I don't hear my footsteps, but I hear someone else's, mimicking me, matching my stride, but just slightly off, like a child stepping into their parents' footprints in the snow. Not perfect, but trying. I reach the other side of the street. The moment my foot touches the sidewalk, the sound stops. I don't know if that's better or worse. I keep moving. Buildings loom on either side, dark windows like hollow eyes. I pass a parked car. The windows reflect the empty street, my own silhouette, and something else. Behind me, tall, wrong, not fully formed. I don't stop. I don't look. My reflection in the glass twitches. A small movement, but I didn't move. My fingers tighten around my phone. My own reflection smiles. My stomach clenches. I keep walking. I don't know where I'm going. Nowhere feels safe. The entire city feels like a hollowed-out version of itself. Like I've stepped into the negative space between reality and something else. Somewhere unfinished. Somewhere waiting to be filled. A noise. Not footsteps this time. Something else. A whisper of breath. The sound of lungs that shouldn't exist. Inhale. Exhale. Too deliberate. Too perfect. Like a recording played just out of sync. I don't stop moving, but my body tenses. It's closer now. I can feel it. Watching. Studying. Waiting for me to make a mistake. For me to speak. For me to acknowledge it. For me to give it permission. I keep walking. I pass an alley. Something moves inside the darkness. Not a person. Not an animal. Something shifting. I don't stop, but my eyes catch a glimpse of it. A figure. Tall. Unfinished. His face. Not blank. Not yet formed. Flickering between features. Between versions of me. I snap my head forward. I don't look again, but I hear it move. A single step. Toward me. I walk faster. The air feels heavier. Like the city itself is holding its breath. Like the silence isn't just the absence of sound. It's something else. Something living. Something watching. I check my phone. The time is wrong again. 5:42 a.m. But I swear I only left the building 30 minutes ago. My hands are shaking. A new alert appears on my screen. Emergency alert. Silence saves you. Do not speak. Do not respond. Do not look. Do not acknowledge it. I swallow. My throat is dry. I feel a pressure behind me, the weight of something standing too close. I don't stop. I don't react, but I feel it. Its breath. Its almost voice, mimicking the way I breathe, trying to sound like me. It's waiting for permission, for me to speak first, for me to recognize it, for me to make it real. A streetlight ahead flickers. Then a shadow moves across the pavement. Not mine. Not from anything I can see. It moves toward me, slow, deliberate. A hand long wrong stretches toward my own shadow, reaching. If it touches me, I don't know what happens, and I don't want to find out. I step backward. The shadow hesitates, then mirrors me, like a reflection that's slightly behind. I take another step. It mimics me. I swallow down a scream. Do not acknowledge it. I turn, and I run. The city warps around me. The streets blur together. The air thickens, like the silence is turning to tar. I run past a storefront. My reflection in the glass is wrong. It's watching me, but its mouth is moving, speaking words I cannot hear, a voice I refuse to listen to. I keep running. I don't know where I'm going, but I know one thing. It wants to be me, and the longer I stay in this silence, the more it learns, the more it becomes. And if I fail, if I make a mistake, if I speak, it will replace me, and no one will ever know. Another alert. My phone vibrates violently. I glance down. Emergency alert. Final warning. You must leave. The silence is not empty. It has seen you. My chest tightens. The silence isn't empty. The city isn't empty. It was never empty. It's just been watching, waiting, and now it knows I don't belong here. The city is shifting around me. Not in the way buildings collapse or streets crack, but in the way mirrors distort when you press too hard against the glass. Like reality is bending, stretching, trying to accommodate something that shouldn't exist. Something that is learning how to be me. I keep running. Every street looks the same. Not because I'm lost, but because they weren't built to be different. The silence feels tighter, like it's closing in, like it's wrapping itself around my throat, pressing against my ribs, squeezing my breath into nothing. My lungs burn, my legs ache, but I don't stop. Stopping means giving it time to catch up, to perfect the imitation, to take the final steps to becoming me. And I know, if that happens, I won't exist anymore. I turn a corner. The street ahead is different, not empty. Figures stand in the distance, motionless, their backs to me, not people, not entirely. Their shapes are too blurred, too unfinished, like half-formed thoughts, like echoes of something that never truly was. A crowd of reflections, waiting. I stop. My body screams at me to turn around, to find another way. But then, one of the figures moves, slowly, jerkily, like it's just now learning how. His head turns too far. like it's struggling to understand which way a neck is supposed to bend. Then it looks at me. Its face is my face. I back away, but it takes a step forward, then another, and then the rest of them begin to move. All of them, different heights, different shapes, all of them versions of me, some too tall, some too thin, some with arms that don't bend the right way, some with mouths stretched into frozen, silent screams, all of them moving toward me, slowly, deliberately. I turn, and I run. The city warps, buildings shrink and expand at the edges of my vision. Shadows stretch in the wrong direction. I pass another storefront. My reflection in the window is running beside me, but its mouth is moving, saying something, whispering. I can't hear it, but I feel the words slithering into my head, pressing against my skull, begging me to listen. I tear my eyes away. I don't listen. I keep running. A new emergency alert flashes on my phone. Emergency alert. Urgent. You must leave. It knows you. It wants you to stay. I don't stop, but my stomach drops. It doesn't just want to replace me. It wants me to be part of it. One of the unfinished things. Stuck here. Trapped. I reach an intersection. A familiar street. I know this place. It leads to the highway. If I can get there, maybe I can break free. Maybe I can escape. I push forward, but then a sound, a whisper, from right beside me, not behind, not ahead, right next to my ear. Why are you running? My blood turns to ice. I don't answer. I don't react. I just run faster, but the whisper follows. You don't have to go. It's my voice, but wrong, too soft, too gentle, like it's trying to be comforting, trying to convince me, trying to make me stay. I shut my eyes. I don't listen. I keep running. The street ahead is familiar, but something is wrong. The road is smooth, too smooth, like it's never been driven on, like it was just created, like it's waiting for me to be the first to walk it. My stomach twists. This isn't real. The city is rebuilding itself around me, making new roads, new paths, new ways to keep me inside. And the longer I stay, the more real it becomes. I grip my phone. The emergency alert flashes again. Emergency alert. Final warning. You cannot stay. You cannot let it finish. Run. My chest tightens. It's almost done. The thing behind me, the thing that wants to be me, it's almost perfect. If I don't get out now, I never will. I force myself forward, faster, ignoring the whispers, ignoring the figures in the windows, all of them watching me, all of them with my face, some smiling, some crying, some begging me to stay. I don't listen. I keep running. I see it, the highway sign, a real landmark, a real exit. I push harder, but then a voice, not a whisper, not soft, but loud, clear, from directly in front of me. My own voice. You don't belong out there anymore. I skid to a stop. The road ahead shifts. The highway is not a highway anymore. It's a mirror, a vast, endless reflection. And standing inside it is me, or the thing that wants to be me. It smiles, not a cruel smile, not a hungry smile, just gentle, reassuring. You're already part of this place. His hand lifts, presses against the mirror's surface. Perfect reflection. You don't have to fight anymore. My body freezes, because the way it's looking at me, the way it's pleading, it's not just trying to replace me. It's trying to convince me, to make me accept it, to make me willing. I take a step back. The reflection doesn't. Stays there, smiling, waiting. I grip my phone. One last emergency alert flashes. Emergency alert. Escape now. If you stay, you will become one of them. It will become you. I breathe in. I have one choice left, and I can't afford to make the wrong one. The thing inside the mirror watches me, waiting. It looks like me, sounds like me, knows me, but I know the truth. It is not me. I take a step back. The reflection doesn't move. It only smiles, a gentle smile, the kind you give someone when you want them to believe everything is okay, even when it isn't. The silence presses against me. The weight of it is suffocating. The longer I stand here, the harder it is to think. Like the city itself is sinking into my mind, trying to make me forget that there was ever a world beyond this one. Forget that I don't belong here. Forget that I want to leave. The reflection tilts its head, eyes soft. You're tired. My breath catches. Its voice is too familiar. Not just an imitation, perfect match. The exact weight of my own exhaustion. The exact rhythm of my own breath. like it's not just copying me anymore, like it's becoming me. I force myself to look past the mirror, beyond the reflection. The highway is gone, the world outside this place, gone. Just an endless reflection, stretching forever. And in the distance, shapes, other reflections, all of them standing in the glass, waiting. For what? For someone to accept them? For someone to trade places? My stomach twists. I won't be one of them. I step back again. The reflection sighs, like it's disappointed, like it wants me to understand. You don't have to fight. This voice is softer now. You don't have to run anymore. I shake my head. No, I'm not falling for this. I check my phone. The emergency alert still burns on the screen. Emergency alert. Escape now. Do not listen. Do not look. Leave. But there's nowhere to go. No streets. No buildings. Only the mirror. Only it. I turn and freeze. Behind me, the city is different. Not empty. Not silent. Figures stand in the windows. Some in the streets. Some standing perfectly still in doorways. Watching. A crowd of them. And every single one has my face. My pulse pounds in my ears. The reflections are spreading. The longer I stay, the more of them appear. I look down at my hands. They don't feel like my hands anymore. Like the longer I stand in this place, the less real I become. I try to move, but the air is thicker, like wading through tar. My breath comes shallow. The city is trying to keep me here, trying to make me one of them. The reflection in the mirror steps forward. For the first time, it lifts its hand, presses it against the glass. I don't move. It looks at me with understanding, like it knows every thought in my head, like it knows what I want. You're afraid. I swallow hard. You don't have to be. I shake my head. I won't listen. But then, the reflection does something that freezes me in place. It drops its shoulders, it lowers its head, and it lets out a breath that shakes, a breath that sounds like someone breaking, like someone who's been trapped here forever. You think I want to hurt you? Its voice wavers. I don't. The way it says it, the way it pleads. For a split second, something inside me cracks. What if it's not lying? What if it's not a monster? What if it's just something else? Something that was left here? Something that's just as trapped as I am? I hesitate. The reflection's expression softens, presses its palm against the glass. Please. The word barely reaches my ears. I just want to be real. My throat tightens. It's lying. It has to be lying. But what if it's not? What if I can save it? The thought is dangerous. The moment I consider it, the moment I acknowledge it, I feel something shift in my chest, like I've already lost, like I've already given in, like I'm one step closer to staying. I shake my head, squeezing my eyes shut. No, I can't think like that. I have to get out. I have to. A hand grips my wrist, cold, too long, too thin. I gasp. My eyes snap open and I see it. Not the reflection, something else. The thing that's been following me. It's not me. It never was. It only wants to be. Its face shifts. A near-perfect copy of mine, but not finished, not fully real, not yet. The moment I speak, the moment I acknowledge it, it will replace me, and I will be the one trapped here forever. I rip my arm away. I run. The silence screams around me, a pressure that crushes my lungs. The city warps, distorts. The figures in the windows smile. They know I've already lost too much time. I'm slipping. The emergency alert flashes again. Emergency alert. Escape now. Do not look. Do not listen. Run. I push forward. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know if I can still get out, but I have to try. I have to fight, because if I stop, if I hesitate again, then I'll be just another reflection in the glass, and no one will ever know I was real. I run. My body is screaming, lungs burning, muscles locking, but I don't stop. I can't stop. If I stop, I'm gone. Something is chasing me, not footsteps, not breathing, but the feeling of something pulling at my edges, trying to fold me into this place, trying to make me part of it. The reflections in the glass don't run. They don't need to. They just watch, waiting, because they know sooner or later, everyone stops running. The city warps as I move. Buildings shift. The roads stretch longer. I glance over my shoulder. The mirror street is still there. The reflection still stands in it, but it's not watching anymore. It's walking toward me. With each step, the mirror shifts. The glass ripples like liquid, expanding closer, closer. It's not just in the mirror anymore. It's coming through. I push harder. The air tightens around me, like I'm running through something thick, something that doesn't want me to leave. I try to think, try to orient myself. I need to get back to something real, a place that hasn't been remade, a place that still belongs to the world outside this one. If there even is an outside anymore. I check my phone. Another emergency alert. Emergency alert. Final chance. The exit exists, but not for long. Find it. Now, my stomach twists. There's a way out, but not for long. The city is closing, sealing, and once it does, there will be no escape. I scan the street. Everything looks the same, like it was all built at once. I don't see an exit. I don't see a way out. But then, a flicker. In the distance, barely visible. A building that isn't shifting. A shape that isn't part of the warping silence. It looks wrong here, like a mistake, like something that wasn't supposed to be left behind. I latch onto it. I run toward it. The whispering starts again. Not behind me, not beside me, inside me. Why? My own voice. Why are you still running? Clench my jaw. I don't listen. You don't have to be afraid. The whispers slip between my thoughts, curling into my brain like smoke. I shake them off. I keep running. The building is closer now. A small, rusted doorway. Real. I just have to reach it. The air compresses. The city groans. The road beneath me shudders. I look back. The mirror is breaking, not shattering, expanding. The glass warps outward, swallowing streets, erasing the world behind me. The reflections inside it, they move now, not slow, not careful. They run, all of them, toward me. Their faces are mine, but their eyes are empty. Their mouths are moving, silent, repeating something. I don't know what. I don't want to know. I face forward. I push harder. I reach the doorway. My hands slam against the rusted metal. I grab the handle and freeze. There's something carved into it. A single word. Remember. My breath catches. A memory, not of this place, not of the city, of me, before this, before the silence, before the emergency alert. There was a reason I came here, a reason I can't remember, something important, something I lost. A voice in my head screams, "It doesn't matter. Get out." I twist the handle. The door doesn't open, not at first. The city is holding it shut, fighting me, like it knows this is the last piece. If I break through, it won't be able to pull me back. I grit my teeth. I push harder. The whispers rise. "Please, you don't understand. You belong here." The rusted metal groans. It shifts, and then it gives. The door slams open, and behind it, darkness. I hesitate, just for a second. What if this is another trick? What if this isn't an exit, but a trap? A way to erase myself completely? I glance back. The mirror is so close now. The reflection's almost here. There's no time to question it. No time to think. Only a choice. I step forward. The darkness swallows me. The world drops away. Silence. Not like before. Not heavy. Not crushing. Just nothing. I close my eyes. I fall. Or maybe I just stop existing. I don't know. And then, a sound. A sound I haven't heard in what feels like forever. A noise so simple, so normal, that it sends a shock through my chest. The hum of electricity. Faint. Distant. I open my eyes. Light flickers overhead. A fluorescent bulb. Buzzing. I'm lying on the floor. Cold tile beneath my back. I sit up and my heart nearly stops. I'm in a gas station. A real one. The same one I stopped at before. Before the alerts. Before the silence. The refrigerator hums softly. The old security camera blinks in the corner. A radio crackles on the counter. I look at my hands. They feel real again. I reach for my phone. No emergency alerts. No notifications. Like nothing ever happened. Like it was all just gone. I stand. My legs tremble. I turn toward the glass doors. The parking lot is empty. The sky is normal. The world is normal. I let out a shaky breath. I made it. I'm back. And then my reflection moves. Not wrong. Not delayed. Not unnatural. Just a fraction of a second off. A tiny, almost imperceptible hesitation. Istare. My skin prickles. I lift my hand. So does it. But that hesitation, that tiny delay, I swallow hard. Did I escape? Or did something else come back instead? I don't move. I don't breathe. I just stare at the reflection. It looks like me. moves like me, but it isn't. Not exactly. That tiny hesitation, that barely there delay, like something inside the glass is still trying to catch up, like it's still learning how to be me. I raise my hand again, slower this time. My reflection follows, a little too smoothly, like it was waiting for me to test it, like it knew I'd notice. I step back. The reflection does too. This time, it's perfectly in sync, like it's correcting itself. I don't trust it. I can't. My heartbeat pounds against my ribs. I glance around the gas station. Everything looks normal, smells normal, feels real, but I can't shake the feeling that something is wrong, that I shouldn't be here, that I didn't escape. Not completely, not yet. The radio crackles. I flinch. The old speakers hum with static, then a voice, mechanical, distant, familiar. Emergency alert. Final transmission. Confirmation pending. If you can hear this, verify yourself. I freeze. Verify myself? I grab my phone. No new messages, no alerts, nothing except the time glowing on the screen. But something about the numbers unnerves me. They feel wrong, like they shouldn't exist, like I shouldn't be seeing them, like I shouldn't be here. I take a slow, steady breath. Think, I need to test something. I need to make sure I'm real. I lift my hand, flex my fingers, watch the reflection. It mirrors me perfectly. I take another step back. So does it. I clench my fists. It does too. It's not hesitating anymore. It's learned, adapted. If there was ever a mistake, it's fixed now. I can't tell the difference anymore. The radio crackles again. A pause. Then a new message. Emergency alert. Final confirmation. Speak. Now, I swallow hard. The moment I open my mouth, the moment I make a sound, I lose. I know that, deep in my bones. But if I don't, if I just stand here, what happens then? I step toward the counter, careful, slow. The reflection moves with me. No mistakes, no delays, perfect copy. I glance around the gas station. Empty. No clerk, no cars outside, no sound but the buzzing lights. I feel a sharp, sinking certainty. This place isn't real either. It's just another layer, another piece of the trap. A waiting room, a test. I need to get out, for real this time. If I fail, if I do the wrong thing, I won't get another chance. I turn toward the door. The reflection turns too. I grip the handle. It grips its handle. I hesitate. The glass is cold, too cold, like it's not really glass, like it's still the other side, still waiting to pull me back in. I take a deep breath. I don't open the door, not yet. Instead, I take one step to the left, then another. The reflection follows. I step right. It moves with me, but then I take one step back, a single small movement, and for the briefest second, for less than a blink, the reflection forgets to move. A fraction of hesitation, tiny delay, and that's when I know I was never the one being tested. It was, and now I have proof. This thing isn't me. It's not perfect. It's just pretending to be. And now I know how to break it. The radio crackles one last time. A new message, different from before, colder. Final choice. Are you real? A pause. A beat of dead air. Then, say it. My throat tightens. I know what it wants. It wants me to speak, to prove myself. But the moment I do, it'll know. It'll know I hesitated. It'll know I doubted. And the thing in the reflection, the thing that's almost me, it won't hesitate at all. It'll say it first. It'll claim reality before I can. And then I'll be the fake. I'll be the thing in the mirror. I'll be the one left behind. The glass shudders. The reflection smiles. A knowing, quiet smile, like it's already won. Like it knows I can't escape. Like it knows I've already lost. It leans forward, presses its palm against the glass, and then speaks. I'm real. My stomach drops. It said it first. It beat me, claimed reality before I could. I feel something shift, a tearing sensation, a pulling, like my body is being ripped backward, like I'm being dragged into the glass. I scream, and then silence. Nothing. For a long, long time. Then a hum, a sound, the flicker of a fluorescent bulb. Light. I open my eyes. I'm standing in the gas station. I look around. It's normal. The world outside is normal. I glance at the glass. My reflection stares back. Perfectly. No hesitation. No delay. I breathe. I lift my hand. It follows. I smile. It smiles. No mistakes. No hesitation. Perfect. Exactly as it should be. The radio crackles one last time. One final message. Emergency alert. Transmission complete. All systems normal. No anomalies detected. I exhale. Everything is fine. Everything is exactly as it should be. I take one last look in the mirror. Then I turn and I walk out into the world.